It's time to wake up San Gabriel Valley with CCN Sunrise.
We are back with our second half hour, and it is full of surprises. Things keep popping up out of nowhere. But we're going to find out about Easter activities at the Langham coming up.
And Crystal Armstrong is here helping us plan the perfect baby shower.
But we're going to get right into the morning buzz. Iran talks are still in the news. Do Iran and the U.S. have an agreement, or don't they? Right after finishing talks in Switzerland, Iran calling Obama administration liars again. Veteran film and filmmaker F. Lee Reynolds joins us for the morning buzz. You know, this is a historic. It's not an agreement just yet. They're just working on the framework. They're now going to be writing it. But this is historic. I mean, we brought them to the table. That's exactly what we need to do. Do you agree with that, or should we not be talking to our enemies and just put up a big wall?
Well, yeah, I think it's historic in the fact that we've been talking to them for 2 years, and I like engagement. I think it's always good when we can get to the table and talk with people. So I'm not opposed to us talking with the Iranians or anybody. But as far as this agreement right now, I'm not satisfied that it's a good agreement. You know, I'm afraid
the substance of the agreement, which is important. The talking is good, but what you come out with, just what is the end game?
What's missing?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have an agreement.
We won't have an agreement officially until June 30th.
Exactly.
But the details that the president put out, I think are lacking. I think that it really. I don't trust the Iranians, bottom line.
Well, we have a complicated relationship with them. Right now, we're fighting with them in Tikrit. Yeah. We're fighting against them in Yemen. So obviously it's complicated. You know, they're not an easy place. But, you know, we're not selling arms to them right now. That's a good thing.
How does this impact our true and only ally in the region, Israel?
Well, you know, Israel is completely against it. Israel believes that this doesn't help keep the bomb away from them, that it's more of a path to the bomb. Well, but my concern, though, is here that if we do sign this agreement, right now, you know, we have these economic sanctions against Iran. Iran is our enemy on some of the battlefields. Some of the battlefields they're working with us now in Iraq. You know, I'm an Army Reserve officer. I served in Iraq, and the Iranians were the ones fighting against us. The Iranians were the ones funding our enemies there.
It's a very complicated region and a complicated subject. We're going to move on to home, to Indiana. The Religious Freedom Act that was signed last week by Mike Pence. And now it just seems like things have boiled over. Pizzeria, just the other day, got caught on tape saying that they would not service a gay or lesbian wedding, and now they are, looks like they might be out of business, Sehnita.
Well, you know what? A reporter went to them, asked for their opinion. They gave it. There was no hidden camera. There was no, you know, I mean, we get people's reactions all the time. They gave it.
You don't think they were singled out? This reporter singled them out,
I
drove
think
30
she went
minutes
to a small town and got
to
some
that
reaction.
particular pizzeria with crosses on the wall?
Well, I mean, you know, they have it inside. It wasn't marked, come see me. But they gave the interview. They sat down at the table, they gave the interview, and they said that they would not cater a gay wedding with their pizza, which, you know, I'm not sure if a gay wedding would go
well, that was my first reaction too. But you know what? Kudos to these people on one hand for standing up for what they believe their principles are. But I think on the other side of it, all the hate that's coming, you know, for whatever they're being criticized for, what they're getting on the other side, I think, is even worse.
People hate on either side is horrible, and death threats on either side.
Threaten to burn the building down.
That's ridiculous.
To show up and steal their money, to
those
beat
things
them
are
up,
ridiculous.
to kill their families.
Right.
But you know, they're saying, hey, it's 2015. You know, why should we have to feel this kind of oppression? That's exactly the point the LGBT community is trying to make, and why they are so against this bill. So I feel like maybe they're understanding what the other side feels now.
But I don't think the LGBT community is understanding what the bill is saying, too.
I think they are, and that's why Mike Pence is changing it, so that businesses aren't able to do this.
Well, he's clarifying it, but yes.
Well, let's talk about this drought here in California. We don't want to run out of time, and Governor Brown is forcing the cities in the state to cut back 25%. I have a feeling that my water bill is about to go through the roof.
Well, you know, I don't know if it's just Governor Brown. I think it's the fact that there is no water.
Exactly.
There is no water to be had. So somehow we've got to figure out a system, right?
Right. No, I agree. Something has to be done because of the drought. But I think we're all going to pay. We're going to pay more for water. And we all have to cut back. Some of those things I think are good. I think what we have to also look at is the farmers. That there is, from my understanding, that there's some waste in how the farmers do things as well. But they're not being held to any standard.
Well, almond
right now,
farmers
as part
and
of
nut
this
farmers
bill.
are, you know, it's a very lucrative thing that they got into with the almond farms. But it takes, like, I think, a gallon an almond every day per almond. So it's very wasteful, but it's hard because they made a lot of money in investment in these almond farms.
We're also diverting gallons and gallons of water from farmland into the ocean, aren't we? There are environmental concerns that are involved with this. My question has to do with we live on the coast.
Yes,
there is 187 quintillion gallons of water right to the west of us.
Which is very, very salty. So
well, yeah, but this desalination, I mean, the Middle East relies on desalination plants. And, you know, we live in a desert. We have to understand that. Southern California here, Los Angeles, is a desert. So I think we need to take advantage of it. I know it's costly, but I think that's something that would be smart for the state to invest in.
Well, we're going to see what, if any of these water conservation measures are going to help. But Lee, we thank you so much for being here and having this conversation with us.
I appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, and there's more surprises. Every time I turn around, this is like the best show.
The second time is a charm.
I love getting pregnant.
I know you guys got to.
I love getting gifts.
You guys got to give it a try.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more when we come back. And